This episode of Fertile Talks is sponsored by ilmeds.co, an international mail order pharmacy specializing in fertility medications. If you're looking to save significantly on your fertility treatments without compromising on quality, ilmeds.co is an excellent choice, offering up to 80% of retail prices. And as a special offer to our listeners, use the code FT24 at checkout to receive a $50 discount on your order. For your convenience, you can find a link to their website in the episode show notes. Thank you, and let's get started. Welcome to Fertile Talks, the global podcast celebrating the diversity of fertility journeys. I'm your host, Dr. Yemi Famuyiwa. Whether you're just starting or simply curious, this is your safe space. In each episode, we will bring you expert insights, heartfelt personal stories, and the latest in reproductive health. Our goal is to break down barriers, tackle stigma, and provide support and hope. So whether you're in the Americas, Africa, or Asia, Fertile Talks is your companion on the path to parenthood. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Fertile Talks. Hello, everyone. This is your host, Dr. Yemi Famuyiwa, with another episode of Fertile Talks. So our goal is to shed information as we get them. One of the topics I'd like to discuss today includes the impact of sleep on fertility, right? Why does sleep matter in reproductive health? Well, sleep is not just a luxury. It actually has profound effects on maintaining and regulating the hormones that are essential for proper egg and sperm function. And interruptions in your sleep impacts every stage of the reproductive process. So sleep disturbances are frequently overlooked when discussing fertility issues. Sleep disturbances such as insomnia, obstructive sleep apnea, as well as irregular sleeping habits. Those could have a profound effect both on natural conception as well as on assisted reproductive technology. So, what we want to do is explore the connection between sleep and fertility and give you actionable tips that you can use to optimize your reproductive outcome. So, how does the circadian rhythm govern fertility? So, your body's internal clock or circadian rhythm regulates your sleep wake cycle, and it controls reproductive hormones through the hypothalamic in your brain, pituitary, gonadal, meaning your ovaries and your testes, axis. And this is a very intricate orchestra playing that ensures the timely release of your gonadotropin. Whenever you hear the word gonadotropin, it refers to gonad, meaning egg sperm, releasing hormone, which drives ovulation in women and sperm production in men. When sleep patterns are disrupted through shift work, for instance, jet lag or insomnia, this system can sputter a little bit. For women, irregular GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, it comes out in pulses. If you have irregular pulses, this leads to abnormal luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone levels. Luteinizing hormone is the hormone that actually triggers ovulation, and follicle stimulating hormone is the hormone that is responsible for growing the follicles and making sure they mature and get big throughout the ovarian cycle. When you interrupt the way these are released, you have menstrual irregularities and lack of ovulation, also called anovulation, right? So a 2022 study showed that women with irregular sleep schedules had a 20% higher risk of infertility due to the cycle disruptions. For men, just 1 week of restricted sleep can lower testosterone levels by as much as 15%, thereby impairing sperm quality and reducing fertility. Now, there's something called the glymphatic system. Think of it that the cleaning system in your brain, right? And I want to go into why this system is important for cleansing the brain and helping fertility. So, when you sleep, your brain's what is called the glymphatic system goes to work, and it works like a washing machine. It clears toxins from the brain. And this system best operates during deep sleep, and it removes harmful byproducts like your beta amyloid that accumulates in the brain sometimes. Disruptions in the glymphatic system due to poor sleep can trigger inflammation in the brain, particularly in the hypothalamus, which regulates reproductive hormones. Inflammation in this area disrupts the gonadotropin releasing hormone secretion, thereby decreasing the LH, which we said is important for ovulation, and decreasing FSH, which we say is important for proper follicle growth, maturity of the egg, and thereby resulting in infertility. Chronic sleep deprivation also increases the risk of metabolic disorders. So you create a huge feedback loop of inflammation, hormonal imbalance, inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and on and on. So, how do we interrupt this? You can protect your eggs, your gametes, your sperm from oxidative stress. Sleep affects another thing, which is it affects the hormone called melatonin. You may have heard of it. Everybody probably has seen a melatonin supplement or two in your neighborhood drugstore. This hormone is critical for sleep regulation and reproductive health. Melatonin also acts as a very powerful antioxidant. It shields the egg and the sperm from oxidative stress, from damage. In women, low melatonin levels can impair oocyte egg quality. There was a study in 2023 that found that women with poor sleep had about 40% reduction in fertilization success during IVF, particularly due to oxidative damage to eggs. In men, oxidative stress caused by sleep deprivation decreases sperm DNA fragmentation, reducing motility and fertilization potential. This can also elevate miscarriage risk in pregnancies. Now, what is the role of sleep apnea in fertility? Obstructive sleep apnea poses a unique risk. The repeated interruption in the breathing characteristic of people who have obstructive sleep apnea causes intermittent oxygen deprivation and also systemic inflammation. So in men, sleep apnea was associated with a 29% reduction in sperm count and a significant decrease in testosterone levels. In women, sleep apnea often coexists with conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome and metabolic syndrome, both of which impair fertility. Women with sleep apnea are more likely to experience irregular ovulation and elevated LH to FSH ratios. Sleep and IVF success, assisted reproductive technology. For couples undergoing ART, for short, sleep quality can directly impact the outcome. Research shows that women with poor sleep during IVF cycles have lower implantation rates, fewer high-quality embryos, and elevated cortisol levels. Cortisol is your stress hormone that interfere, and those interfere with ovarian stimulation. Men with disrupted sleep patterns will exhibit reduced sperm quality, including lower motility and higher DNA fragmentation, making successful fertilization less likely. So, addressing sleep quality for both partners before starting any assisted reproductive treatment can significantly improve the results. by restoring your hormonal balance and optimizing your gamete, meaning your egg and your sperm health. So here are some practical tips that you can use. You can use very small and some meaningful changes to your sleep routine to enhance fertility. Number one, sleep. Stick to a regular sleep time, a regular sleep schedule if you can. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time daily, even on weekends, right? Try to create and also try to get, 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Try to create a sleep friendly environment. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. And you want to limit the amount of screen time before bed to reduce the blue light exposure. You can practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or a gentle yoga to wind down before you sleep. And also try to limit caffeine and alcohol consumption. Both substances will disrupt your sleep quality and should probably be avoided, especially in the evening. Try to get evaluated for sleep disorders. If you continue to have problems, or if you snore loudly, or you feel excessively tired during the day, you might want to see a sleep specialist to rule out conditions such as obstructive sleep apnea. Try to exercise regularly. A walk or two would be good for you, 10 to 15 minutes daily. Physical activity improves your sleep quality and supports hormonal regulation. So, in conclusion, sleep is really one of the cornerstones of fertility, influencing everything from hormonal balance to your egg or sperm quality to your treatment outcomes. While the relationship between sleep and fertility is complex, it is also actionable. Like you can do something about it. You can prioritize good sleep health and can dramatically improve reproductive success. So, couples struggling with infertility should consider sleep assessments as part of their fertility journey, integrating lifestyle changes or medical treatments to optimize sleep. Addressing sleep issues not only boosts fertility but also enhances overall well being, and it paves the way to a healthier outcome for both parents and their future children. So, once again, this is Dr. Famuyiwa, your host of Fertile Talks. If you want to ask questions or comments, please send us an email, or you can attach comments in the show notes. I appreciate it. And click like, subscribe, and share with whoever you want to share with to help us spread the message. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in to Fertile Talks. We hope today's episode has provided you with valuable insights and support for your fertility journey. Remember, you are not alone. Now, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, please simply leave us a comment. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with a friend. Your ratings, your shares, and your reviews are greatly appreciated and is going to help us serve more of our listening audience. Thank you once again. This is Dr. Famuyiwa.